The fourth character of the game is named Anja, and she works here inside the gift shop. Yes, that's right, the castle has a monster-themed gift shop.
That's too expensive.
An overpriced monster-themed gift shop. And we have some fun things like Das Monster. Ja, das the Monster. And you can hear the monster growl. Efficiently. Sternly. And you know what? That didn't sound very reflective to me, but I'm going to accept it. I think I like that one the best. The monster's like, whatever, man. He just shrugs. He doesn't know what's going on. Now, I wonder why it's in German and in English. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, okay, that's enough of the crazy monster. And here's the book on monsters. Alright, monsters. Monsters are pretty cool. Here's another book that we can look at. And over here is our character.
Guten Abend, Frau. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Sprechen Sie... Oh, do I speak German? No, sorry. No. I am the one to apologize. Karl, the Burgermeister, is supposed to tell me a little bit about each guest, like the language you speak and where you're from. This way I can have everything prepared for your stay. But again, he has not done this correctly. I'm Anja, the Castellan. I'm in charge of guest services. I'm here to help you with anything you need during your stay. Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy Drew. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Drew. You sure picked an interesting week to visit. You must have a strong heart. What do you mean? What, you don't know? Then it's nothing. It must be something, or you wouldn't have said anything. The castle's worked up in a panic right now, so I have to warn you that your visit here may not be the world-class experience we aim to provide. But I will do my best to make sure that your visit is a happy and safe time for you.
Alright, thanks a lot, Anja.
What do you think of Renata? I love her stories. Sometimes when she comes, the two of us stay up until the sun comes up, just chattering away about this and that. You ask me, her reputation is completely undeserved. What reputation? It's difficult to explain exactly. A lot of people say that wherever she goes, bad fortune follows. Do you think that? Not really, but she does always have peculiar timing. Come to think of it, whenever the castle gets to talking about the monster, she's not far behind. Really? Do you think she has something to do with the monster sightings? I'd be surprised. But then again, no, never mind. It's nothing. What? Okay. I shouldn't be telling you this. But when she was here, and again everyone was all worked up about the monster, and she told this story that scared everyone who listened half to death. So later that night, when everyone was locked in their houses with the windows shut tight, I caught her snooping around the castle. What was she doing? That's just the thing. I couldn't figure it out. She didn't come back for a long time after that. Actually, that was the last we heard of the monster for a while, too.
Interesting.
You've got some great stuff in here. Is any of it for sale? Of course. This shop is very popular with tourists. Most everything is for sale. You'll find the prices listed.
Okay, so next I'm going to ask, what's a Castellan? Is it the opposite of a castle off?
What's a Castellan? I'm in charge of the overall guest experience here. Carl, who you may have met earlier, is the Bürgermeister, sort of like the mayor. Or, I mean, that's what he would really be if he actually did any work. I'm sorry, that wasn't really appropriate. Long day.
It's okay, I understand.
Why is everyone a little spooked right now?
Oh, it's... I suppose you'll find out about it anyway. I might as well be the one to fill you in. Mind you, don't get upset. Are you the easily frightened type?
Nein, I'm not afraid of the monster.
No.
Good. You'd tell me if you were. There's nothing wrong with being scared.
I'm not. Promise.
Okay, good. But you do not need to worry about this, I see. How do you say this? There's a monster situation potentially taking shape.
A monster situation?
Well, that's the buzz around the castle. You need background. This castle has a history. Legend around here says that a monster lives in these woods. Once in a great while he returns, seeking a victim. People think that time is now.
The time is now. The place is here. Wait, that's not a German accent. That's a French accent. Okay, no more accents from me. I'm just going to be quiet and listen to what Anja has to say.
What makes everyone think the monster is coming here now?
As long as I've been here, people always pointed out signs of his return. Cows would go missing, flocks of sheep would disappear, claw marks would appear on the trees. Everyone would say, "Oh, the monster will be here soon!" But when he doesn't come, everyone calms down and forgets about the legend until strange things start happening again.
Are strange things happening now?
Yeah, but different this time.
Different?
How so?
The signs are the same, but everyone is reacting differently. It's spooky. I heard once that before a tsunami, all of the animals will run to a higher ground and just know. That is what it is like this time. We all just know.
Okay, Anja is a bit of a chatterbox, and I think this whole video is going to be nothing but talking to Anja.
What can you tell me about the monster?
I don't know, Nancy. A lot of the older people here say they've seen it, but none of them will say what it looks like.
Why not?
Not sure. Maybe they didn't see it. Maybe they did, and they don't want to remember. But everyone will tell you about the strange things that have been going on.
Like what?
Look, I could get into a lot of trouble for telling you things like this. Can you promise me that you won't tell anyone that I am telling you this stuff?
I promise.
Okay. For the last little while, there have been these weird howls from the woods. The sound, it's no animal I've ever heard of, and it is definitely not human. It sounds, I don't know, frustrated. At night you can hear the thing. It's circling the castle, getting closer each time. It's terrible.
Alright, so there is frustrated howling, which is circling the castle. You know, maybe it's somebody who's just wandering around trying to find decent cell phone reception. Did you ever think about that?
It sounds like these monster stories are all pretty old.
Maybe that's why we're all so afraid of this thing, whatever it is. It's from that old world, just like this castle is. I don't think we have what it takes to make it in that world anymore.
I don't know if that's true.
I wouldn't be so sure. Remember the last time we were somewhere when the power went out? There is that split second before you reach for the flashlight. It feels like the bottom is dropping out of the room and you just want normal back. And for that second, there is this part of you so scared that it will never be back. That's what it's like when I hear the monster.
So, how did you get such a cool job?
I get asked that all the time. It's really fun here and pretty competitive. I got my job by working my way up and managing smaller households and attractions in the area. Then one day there was an opening. I turned in my resume and crossed my fingers.
Can you tell me a little about Lucas?
Has he been bothering you? Be honest now.
Oh, no, he hasn't been bothering me.
No, I'm just curious.
He's my nephew. His father's the head of security here, so Lucas has pretty much got the run of the place. Although, that goes to his head now and again. Don't let him pester you too much now, and let me know if he's bothering you.
Will do.
He's got too much energy for sure, and he's a little too smart for his own good, but a good kid still.
Okay, you know what? I've been thinking, and I'm pretty sure this picture here is the picture from Nancy Drew, the final scene.
Do you believe there's a monster on his way here?
What do you want me to say, Nancy? I can't answer anything like that at work.
Oh, come on!
Please, I won't tell anyone what you say.
I do. It's stupid, I know. But there is something terrible out there. I can just feel it. We all can. It's taken everything I've got to stay here through this.
Yes, I think the monster of Germany, he's called the creature of Kapu Cave, and he's also calling, the monster from Blackmore Manor, and they're all getting together in the woods to have a monster mash.
What do the people who live here think about the monster?
People have stopped talking about it. Those who can have skipped down. Those of us who really live here, let's just say you're not going to be finding many open doors on a night like tonight. People are scared.
Yeah, we actually aren't going to find any open doors. Every single one of those doors that you saw outside, they're going to be locked the entire game.
This monster, does anyone know why it's supposed to be here?
Legend says he comes from the forest whenever the girl in the necklace rocks the castle halls, and he will stop at nothing to steal her away into the woods.
Well, then what happens?
No one knows. But these girls, they are never seen again. None of them.
What do you think of Carl?
I think that Carl has been placed on this planet to test my patience.
So you two don't get along, I take it.
The fact that man got elected makes me wish we were back in the days when you had to pull a sword out of a stone, or a lake, or something to assume power. He'd never be able to figure it out. Too many steps, what with the pulling, and then the not dropping it, and then the remembering to tell people about what happened.
Do people around here trust Carl?
Apparently enough do. He's still got the job.
Has Lucas always been such a prankster?
Ugh, unfortunately, yes. I swear he was trying to trick us before he said his first word. Even as a baby, he had this glint in his eye like he was up to something. It was less cute than you'd imagine, actually.
Why does he seem to target Carl?
I know. You are thinking I condone it. I don't. Lucas's father is always so busy running security. Honestly, I think that Lucas is a little lonely these days. He doesn't have a lot of friends at school, from what I can tell. He must like the attention. That being said, I think most of these so-called pranks are Carl's doing.
What do you mean?
The way he blunders through life. It's not surprising that he always thinks he's the victim of some practical joke. He's the victim of a joke, all right, but it's more cosmic than practical.
I'd like to buy some souvenirs, but I'm low on money. Any idea how I could make more?
People are always dropping coins around the castle. Oh, and Carl has been offering to pay for people's help on that silly game of his.
See you later.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. That's German for goodbye. Well, it really means until we meet again, but they use it like the word goodbye. Ooh, phone call.
Nancy, it's Markus. Cell phone reception isn't appropriate up there. Give me a call back on the landline in your room.
Okay, I think I figured out what I'm going to do in the next video. Go back to Nancy's room and call Markus.